They're not going to force a vote.
Back on the beat with Dick K every Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. on WCPT 820.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Buying a home should be one of life's best experiences, but today's fluctuating interest rates can leave you with unexpected higher payments. And that can turn a great experience into an anxious one. At Quicken Loans, we've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates. It's called the Power Buying Process. We check your income, assets, and credit to provide you with a verified approval, which can give you the strength of a cash buyer. Once verified, you qualify for our exclusive Rate Shield approval. First, we lock your interest rate for up to 90 days while you find your new home. Then, once you've found your new home, if rates have gone up, your rate stays locked. But if rates have gone down, your rate drops, and you get to keep that new lower rate. Either way, you win. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesmaned the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info.
This is 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, WCPT Willow Springs, 92.5 WCPT FM
The following program is paid for by Eric Grant and to the extent possible, their guests. The views and opinions expressed therein do not necessarily reflect those of NewsWeb Radio Company or its management.
This is Miss Lady B, La Boricua. Now it's time for the family meeting news.
Here are news highlights from the family meeting. 4 people were injured when a medical helicopter crashed on I-57 in Chicago last night, one with critical condition, officials said. According to the FAA, the pilot made a Mayday radio call from his Eurocopter 135 air ambulance at about 9:15 p.m. The helicopter crashed on an I-57 to I-94 ramp in the grassy area soon after, it said. One patient on board the air ambulance was in critical condition, while the pilot and 2 others on board were listed in stable condition in Chicago hospitals. No one on the ground was hurt. The NTSB is investigating. A demonstration that started a few days ago is continuing in the Haitian capital of Port-au-Prince and a northern city following the fuel price hike, and the U.S. Embassy there is now warning its U.S. citizens to stay inside. Protesters have been demonstrating this week against the sharp rise in fuel prices ordered by the Haitian government. An estimated 120 American and 100 other foreign guests, of which are missionaries and children, are stuck in a Port-au-Prince hotel and may soon evacuate after demonstrators try to set a fire to the hotel and penetrate security to enter it. An emergency medical professional from Hero Client Rescue, who was at the Oasis Hotel, reported. The police on scene prevented the demonstrators from entering. And finally, for the first time in years, no one died from Chicago gun violence the 4th of July holiday.
What?
The first time since 2015. Chicago authorities reported 7 people were shot in Chicago between Wednesday evening and early Thursday morning, and credited the hundreds of extra police officers that were deployed for the 4th holiday. And then yesterday happened. On the heels of that good news, thousands of protesters, I myself among them, shut down all 5 northbound lanes of the Dan Ryan Expressway Saturday for an anti-violence march. Protesters led by Father Michael Flager carried banners demanding common sense gun laws, community resources, better schools, jobs, and economic development. The demonstrators, initially blocked by Chicago and state police from closing the Dan Ryan entirely, were eventually allowed to do so for about an hour. After the protest, Governor Rauner called the protests unacceptable and then took to Twitter, lashing out at Mayor Rahm Emanuel, calling on him to take swift and decisive action to put an end to this kind of chaos. And Mayor Emanuel responded on Twitter saying, and I quote, "It was a peaceful protest. Delete your account." Visit our website, tfmradioshow.com, and be sure to go and like our page on Facebook, The Family Meeting. You can also follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Family Meeting Radio Show, where you can see us live streaming this broadcast right now. Are you looking to advertise? Spots are available as low as $30. Become one of our cousins today. Send us an email, info@tfmradioshow.com. I'm Teresa McDonald, and this has been your highlights for Sunday, July 8th. The Family Meeting Radio Show starts right now with your host, Eric Grant.
Polaris is introducing a way for you to get empowering financial advice, save, and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis, directly from your account, and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA, SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue. 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
This is Tanisha K. Brooks, teacher for the Great Ann Arbor Public Schools, where Wolverines rule. I'm listening to The Family Meeting.
Hi, this is Jeff Lee, Eric's boy from HU. I listen to The Family Meeting.
Hey, grab a seat.
Stop laughing. It's too early. The show just started.
I'm sorry. Grab a seat, y'all. It's Family Meeting time. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm your host, Eric Grant. In the Space Shuttle cockpit today is Michael. Michael, what's up, man?
Hey, Mike.
He's stressed, man.
Why is Mike stressed?
I'll tell you about it later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for doing the news in the only way you know how to, girl.
You're very welcome.
And we had a helicopter crash.
A helicopter?
So let me get this straight. We spent a weekend in Chicago, a week in Chicago with a holiday that normally they just kill a bunch of people. Nobody got killed.
No one killed.
And a helicopter crash. And nobody died.
And nobody died.
There's karma in that, man. There's got to be karma in that.
A change is coming.
That's right. The black Asian dude he called it hiking. I call it walking. I don't know the difference between hiking and walking. Maybe somebody can explain to me the difference. It sounds like a fancy way of saying I'm going for a walk.
Wait,
We're hiking.
And then he sent that text message with that picture of him.
Walking.
Talking about we ain't ready. I said, my fat ass, I ain't ready.
Visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. Make sure you enter your email address and join the family. Become a cousin. You'll find our broadcast right now going on there, tfmradioshow.com, as well as our archived broadcasts and our often requested music playlists. And by the way, the music might be a little bit funky today because apparently the station's got licensing issues. We can't play certain music now for some reason. Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, also go to our webpage, reregistertovote.com. That's reregistertovote.com. If Rich was here, he'd tell you that you go there to re-register to vote.
Yes, he would.
Yes, he would.
He said it. Did you hear him? Did you hear him in your...
Yeah. Spiritually, I heard him. Yeah. Like us on Facebook at The Family Meeting Radio, on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, and Google+. The Family Meeting is sponsored by Identity Guard. They're trying to steal your stuff, gal. You hear about it all the time. I know you do. You can protect your identity and your web presence for as little as $6 a month. Do that. For as little as $6 a month, go to lookaftermyid.com to learn more. Lookaftermyid.com. $6!
I'm telling you, man.
$6, man.
Yeah.
It's nothing, man.
Nothing.
So listen, the lines fill quickly. The number is 773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. I'll try to repeat it as often as I can. Guess what? Guess who's here, y'all? Guess who's here? My boy, Jeffrey. We started doing it after we watched the Bill Cosby thing, didn't we? No?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
What is it?
So you can't make gestures, man, because you on camera, too. You understand
I
that, right?
know. I'm trying to get this whole thing. The last time I was here, you didn't have all this technology around.
We had
upgraded.
You can see
the station was running on gasoline back then. He's making gestures like he didn't know he was on camera. Yeah. That's Jeffrey.
This is what I had to deal with.
What were we drinking that night when we did that? We started doing that. We were drinking one night, I think.
Drinking what?
I don't know, some cheap-ass booze or something in the door.
Eric don't drink.
Not anymore.
Oh, this is from his drinking days?
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh,
College
dude.
student. Listen, Lauren drinks. She drank right in college. Your daddy's listening. Don't say anything. There ain't nobody crazy around here.
Don't tell on the baby.
Everybody had a little sip of booze. What?
Don't tell on the baby.
You what?
I got a couple months until we can.
Okay. So now you're talking. I told you I'll let you off the hook. See there? I'll let you off the hook. That's Jeffrey Lee. He's fresh off of a flight from Saudi Arabia. I mean, literally, I picked him up 2 hours ago.
You sure did.
What were you doing?
He lives there.
I live in Saudi Arabia.
Jeffrey lives in Jeffrey
lives
in Saudi
Arabia.
Jeffrey Lee is a Howard University alum, majored in accounting. He's got an MS in economic crime management from Utica College. He's currently the security and risk management consultant with Saudi Aramco.
Nice.
That's Arab American Oil Company. What is that again?
Arab American Oil Company.
That's what I mean.
Called, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's Saudi Aramco.
Yep. He's formerly the New Jersey Essex County Prosecutor's Office as an investigator. And get this, you'll like this. He was a special agent with the State Department. He was on the detail. He was on the detail
for
Condi and Colin. Yeah, that's that dude over there.
Where is that guy?
I am amongst royalty today.
And most importantly,
can I touch you?
Easy now. Easy now.
I've been flying for over 24 hours. You might want to wash your hands out. I was around some.
He got in the car funky too. He was funky when he got in the car.
Was he stanky?
Yeah.
Funky.
He rolled down the window.
Yeah.
He rolled the windows down on you, Jeff?
Yeah, because he brought mosquitoes in the car with him.
What?
Yes, it was bad, man. It was bad.
Oh my God.
In the car with him. But most importantly, this is my ace, my boy. Like my boy. Like the first dude I met on campus. Like we sat in the dorm together commiserating about no women paying attention to us.
Hey.
That's how far we go back. Because the freshmen don't get no attention.
TMI.
Hey, speak for yourself, man.
Hey. Were you in Drew Hall, too?
I was in Drew Hall.
Lonely ass Drew Hall.
Third ward. Third ward.
He said third floor.
It might as well have been the third ward.
You on third floor?
Third floor.
Third world, baby.
You guys were on the third floor as well?
Yes.
Right.
Something about the third
My son
floor.
was on the third floor, too.
What?
Wow.
That's right, man.
Maybe that's just where they put.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
That's right.
What you about to say? Be careful now.
I love
Were
you.
you on the third floor, too?
No.
No. Okay.
I was on the 5th floor. My
Because
first.
if you're on the third floor of Drew Hall, you got a problem.
Because that's
I have an issue.
That's a whole other discussion.
You got a
whole nother
reputation then.
discussion.
Wow.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
People down.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah. So, what's 1984, 30-something years? We've been boys like this? So I ain't seen you in what, 2 years at least?
2-3 years.
Yeah.
Last time I came.
But you know how it is with your boys. You pick up where you left off.
Like you just
Don't
talked
miss
to
a
him,
beat.
you ain't missed a beat.
I think I said something bad about him when he got in the car. He said something bad back. We picked up where we left off. And we got stories, too. So we can't go too far because we each have stories.
Do tell.
Yeah, it's a standoff. You can't say too much because it's a standoff.
Remember that time?
No, I don't. I wasn't there. I didn't do
I
it.
don't know, Jeff. You look like you got something you want to say. Just lean into the microphone.
He don't want to do that because I got stories, too.
Can't say too much.
Battle. I hear a battle. Don't you hear battle coming?
Yeah.
See, you little people always trying to instant
Battle after 6 o'clock.
Battle. DJ,
This is
you got
strictly off
struggles?
the
You got
record.
you got stories too?
Oh, no, I'm not in this.
Yeah, we gotta bring
Okay.
somebody here that knows DJ Bubbles.
I hear a battle coming on.
So, but you need to pay close attention to what DJ Bubbles does today, man, because he's had to do some magic with the music.
Did you
looking forward.
see what I sent him last week?
No, did I?
I did.
You thanked him, yeah.
Yes, he
The past, I don't remember the past
just
real well.
masterfully.
He's DJ Bubbles.
And I don't expect anything else different today.
So peep this,
given
man.
what he's been working with.
Jeff is from New Jersey. He's got that East Coast flavor, that northern New Jersey, New Yorkish type music thing, back hip hop kind of joint back in the day. So listen, man, if a party's getting ready to jump off, ready for this? A party's getting ready to jump off. You got the choice of someone named DJ Fancy and DJ so-and-so or DJ Bubbles. Who do you want to do your party?
Oh, definitely DJ Bubbles.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on. See what happened?
If
Austin.
only because you're curious. Why you got your your name is DJ? I got to see this dude.
Who is DJ
For no other
Bubbles?
reason.
Yeah,
I don't care if he can spin.
No.
I got to see him.
Right.
Just because his name DJ Bubbles.
Can't you see a party where he's got a big bubble machine rolling, and he starts off the party with tiny bubbles, and then we can jump off and it's on.
Austin,
That DJ
don't,
Bubbles
don't,
is
don't take
something
that.
else, man.
Please don't take that, Austin.
He's a star now because of me. Everybody wants DJ. He's in high demand because I call him DJ Bubbles.
All publicity is good publicity, right?
That's right.
Not necessarily.
All publicity is good publicity.
I used to think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know better than that. Well,
Okay.
you can't believe him, no, because he's a security guy and everything and everybody's a problem.
He's suspicious of
Something's
everybody.
always getting ready to jump off with him. He's in McDonald's and the kids are fighting over fries and he's ready to call the police. I know you are.
I'm not one of those.
Right. Break it up. Break it up. Break it up.
But we're safer today because of him.
No.
No, that's a lie.
No. Maybe with somebody else who's a security consultant, but not with Jeffrey Lee.
Hey, what are you saying? I create situations and then come in and rescue them?
I didn't say it, you did.
I thought this was your boy.
I know him. That's why I'm telling you.
Was as of 2 seconds ago.
I'm telling you, man. I know this dude, man.
I thought this was
I
your
know
boy.
this dude, but I'm telling you, I know this dude, man.
Okay.
Listen, man, I'm trying to let you know.
I'm hurt.
Okay, so
I just wanna
listen.
let you know
I'm
that.
hurt for you.
Thank you.
You didn't travel all of this.
Stop, man. He's not hurt. Don't do that for him.
Thrown around.
You know, Lauren.
I don't do my friends like this.
I could be-
Right when I see them,
This
I
is
feel
a
on
mess.
I could be blaspheming somewhere else.
Man.
Y'all need to stop because he don't mean that. He don't mean that at all. Watch. Over the course of the next 2 hours, he'll give it as good as he gets it. Watch him.
Oh.
Don't believe this.
Oh.
Little thing. He's trying to.
You see the look on
Everything changed.
You see the look on his
The
face?
dynamic changed.
He like, don't believe it. Don't believe it.
Don't believe the hype.
Nah, this is
I am
the
shocked.
look on his face thing. Don't believe that either.
Okay.
This is Jeffrey
Eric,
Lee.
I've known you for many years, and I tell you, your behavior tonight.
He threw the biff.
Don't engage him.
He threw the biff on you.
Don't engage him.
Sir, I am appalled.
Yeah. Yeah, you are an appalled. Yeah, you are that. You're right.
Funny.
Yeah. So listen. I managed to, since I picked up Jeff a little bit earlier from the airport, we had a chance to stop and grab a bite, and you know how we do here. We are intellectually curious, if anything, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Jeff in real depth about his experience living overseas. You've been in Saudi Arabia for 10 years now.
Yep.
Right. He's officially an expat. He's he lives in a camp. I mean, I don't want
Compound.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they have like a campus, and people live in housing around where they work. And so I was telling him, every question I ask you about living in Saudi Arabia leads to another question. I could corner you and pin you down for 3 hours because I'm just curious about what it's like, one, to live over there. Two, how do people who you interact with view you and us over here, and the imbecile in the White House? Those kind of things. I got millions of questions for, and I hope that our listeners and callers also have questions about residing, working, living in Saudi Arabia. Because you like it over there, right?
Yeah, I do. I mean, we've adjusted. We've been there for over 10 and a half years now. It is our home, and, you know, it's a home of many expats, a lot of Americans. And as far as Saudi Aramco is concerned, expats have been in Saudi Arabia since the 1930s. So the company's over 80 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of the richest companies in the whole world.
Very, very profitable company. It's probably about the size in terms of revenue. Maybe if you took Exxon, you multiplied it by 5, that's about the size of Aramco, if not larger.
You were telling me about the size of the oil field that they have.
Oh, yeah. We have the world's largest onshore and offshore oil field. The onshore oil field is called Ghawar. It's been around for over 50 years and produces about 5.5 million barrels of oil a day. And the largest offshore oil field is called Safaniya, which is between Saudi Arabia and it's basically in the Persian Gulf, as we call it, the Arabian Gulf. And is the world's largest offshore oil field. So we have the world's largest onshore and offshore oil field within Saudi Aramco.
Tell them the size, man.
It's big. I mean, for example, Ghawar, in terms of wells, there's about 5,000 wells just within the field.
Oh, wow.
And the field is very resilient. I mean, like I said, it's been around for many years and it's still producing.
Right. You said it's the length of New Jersey, though.
Yeah, it's about the size of the length of New Jersey. I mean, you could drive it or you can take a plane because we have plenty of planes to fly it from one side to the other. And it's not unusual for people who work in different parts of the kingdom to literally get on a plane, fly there during the work week, then fly. Obviously we have housing all around the kingdom and fly back home at the end of the work week. So it's not unusual.
So Jeff consults on the actual security for the facilities in the corporate office, overall security, I'm guessing.
Yeah, industrial, physical.
For the region or globally or what?
For anything and everything that Saudi Aramco owns, specifically within the kingdom.
Nice. Very nice.
Right. Y'all don't get no snow over there, though, do you?
Yes, we do.
Stop.
Actually, up in the north, yeah.
See how ignorant I am? I thought they never got snow.
Yeah, we get snow.
You guys just have like a rainy and a dry season over
No. It depends on what part of the region of the kingdom that you're in. In the southern part, southwestern part, places like Apa is up in the mountains. They get a lot of rain. If you go up towards the border of Iraq in the wintertime, they get snow.
Nice.
Where I am, is basically arid and desert and a lot of heat, like right about now. It is burning up.
Wow. So I'm interested to hear stories about residing in Saudi. Am I the only one?
No.
Right.
No.
All right, so let's stack them up. Let's stick it to Jeff because he's tired as hell from flying for a full day. Let's see if we can wear him out. All right, can we do that?
Yes.
The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of The Family Meeting.
Lita Buchanan, middle school math teacher. Keep listening to The Family Meeting.
Identity theft occurs when someone gains access to your personally identifiable information and uses it without your knowledge. Stolen information can include your social security number, credit card numbers, email login information, driver's license number, and much more. Once someone begins exploiting your identity, there are literally hundreds of ways they can affect your finances, medical coverage, and yes, even government records. Fight back against identity theft with Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your valuable credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection and more. Protect your ID for as little as $6 per month. Yes, $6 per month by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard. Do it today.
Hey Chicago, it's time for you to make a difference in a child's life. AARP Foundation Corps is looking for volunteers to help kindergarten to third graders read. You can do it. Here's how you can register. Call 877-926-8300. That's 877-926-8300. And reference AARP Foundation Experience Corps or visit www.aarp.org/eatchicago. It's time for you to help a child read.
Are you looking for the best residential and commercial laundry service in the Chicagoland area? Then you want PleaseDoMyLaundry.com. That's PleaseDoMyLaundry.com.
This is Miss Lady B from Dance Factory Radio. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah, you always miss it, y'all. You miss
Oh,
the break
yeah.
conversation.
That's what I'm talking about, DJ Bubbles. Right there. Bam.
What is that, man? What is that you playing?
This is actually an Afro house mix.
Afro house mix?
Anything house. You got it right there.
I'm not a big fan of house music, man.
Really? Why not, man?
Because I just, you know.
Thank you. I needed that because I missed.
But this is it's Afro. It's house mix with the Afro soul mix.
Yeah, don't you hear
like
the
a
drums?
neo soul Afro mix.
I can hear the drum, yeah. It ain't the same as
cut.
It ain't the same as Rakim rocking the mic. It ain't.
It's not supposed to be.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Austin.
It don't move me like that.
Whatever.
You gotta open your horizons, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like very narrow horizons. I like very narrow horizons. I eat the same food. I don't mind eating leftovers.
So nobody would be surprised at any time. You totally predictable.
Pretty much.
Oh, that sucks.
That's sad.
Why does that suck?
Cause
what?
Where's the excitement? Where's the?
I find it quite exciting.
What?
Because that's me. I
It
find
sounds
it
like
exciting.
you're boring.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
With a capital.
Sounds like you stepped on someone's toe.
Boring.
No, absolutely not. No, it's actually exciting. I don't leave anywhere hungry. I bet you that.
Well, I mean, if you eat the same food,
I know it's going to be good and I'm going to be full. I know that. I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Hey, man, let's see what's on Griff's mind, man. Griff calling from the ATL. Griff, what's up, man?
Hey, y'all. What's up, E? What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Mr. Bunny?
Griff with the bunny slippers. Is this Griff with the bunny slippers?
Evil.
But this is so
right.
The backstory is me, Jeff, and Griff were in the same dorm together freshman year.
Exactly.
Yeah. Griff.
Second floor.
Second floor. You was down below us.
Yeah, because y'all was criminal up there.
There were no crimes, man.
Criminal.
No crimes on the third world.
I'm talking about. I didn't gonna go into y'all. Remember?
See, dude.
When the fight started. Where did it start?
Okay, can we please?
Why you do this, man?
Griff.
You breaking the code, bro. You ain't supposed to tell nobody about
Tell the
nothing.
story, Griff. Tell the story.
Can we kill the mic?
Tell the story, Griff. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, dude, you know better than that, man.
Because they got dirt on me too.
That's right. I know. He snapped in the point there. That's right, man.
Which one of y'all got the pee tape?
No, I
Somebody got the pee tape.
No PB tape, man.
Me, Jeff, man. First of all, Jeff, it is good to see you, man.
It's good to be seen, man. I definitely need to see you.
Jeff, I'm looking at you and you got that shiny part on the top of your head.
Oh, that's the light. That's the light.
Yeah,
bro.
but let's not
It's a
forget
bad
that
angle.
Griff showed up to Howard with a big giant Jerry curl.
That's right.
Dripping.
Dripping Jerry curl.
Oh my God. He letting his soul glow.
Your soul glow.
And my roommate, remember Rodney took it and put some of it on the hinges to keep the door from squeaking.
That's right. He put that activator on there.
Oh, see, I would have never told nobody that.
I wouldn't.
Griff is proud of his Jerry curl.
Wow. Y'all go in.
I was getting honey till Mochi made me cut it off. Remember?
The track coach made him cut it off.
Willie P.
And I didn't leave the room for the whole weekend, man.
You know he just died, right?
He did.
Yeah, he just did. Just died.
So he was a great coach. He was an evil man, but he was a great coach. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a great coach. But now me and Jeff, this is the truth. Me and Jeff became cool because we started snapping on each other real hard, and we realized everybody was laughing at us. And we was like, we need to cut this out.
Yeah, we could join forces. and start snapping on other people.
That girl on the bus?
Come on, man. It's not. Come on, man. Come on, Griff. Dude, we in mixed company, man. Don't do that, man.
She was gonna beat us both down, Eric.
Dude, mixed company, man. Don't do that, man.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nah, but serious business, man. I look back on it, and both of y'all have been, two of the earliest friends I had in Drew Hall, man, and I mean that.
Good. Ask him a question about Saudi Arabia, man.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, Jeff, so tell me about Saudi Arabia. I know we've caught up a few times over the years, but
it's hot. It's hot out there right now, and it's not a dry heat.
ATL, it's hot down here.
No, you think it's hot in ATL? I'm telling you right now. Right now in Saudi, it's about $1. It's about $1.20-ish.
What?
And it's about 80-something, 90% humidity.
Ouch!
It is
stifling, man.
Ouch!
You can go out. It doesn't matter what time of day or night it is. It's just hot. It's that time of year.
Are you okay? You're over there with your family, right?
That's correct.
What is it? What is it like? Do y'all live on a camp, or y'all in the house? I'm just curious.
Didn't you listen to the beginning of the show, Griff?
I did, but
you didn't, because we already covered that.
Tell them what the house looked like, man.
It's a basic ranch style house, Griff. The housing out there is based off of or built on an American model, because the company was started back in the 1930s through a concession with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and several U.S. oil companies. For example, Chevron, Exxon, and a couple others. They started the company. They got a concession from the king, and from that time on, for about 80 years. We've had American expats in Kingdom. And the company, or the name of the company, is called Aramco, Saudi Aramco.
Right.
And Aramco stands for Arab American Oil Company. And as it stands, it is the world's largest oil company. And it has the largest, some of the largest proven oil reserves in the world.
Nice.
Okay.
So you guys live in a kingdom. Do you call it the kingdom all the time, or you don't call it a country?
No, we call it both. And it's kind of funny you say that, because sometimes even when we refer to some things, we say the kingdom, blah blah blah, the kingdom. It's like, no, it's one and the same.
My house is the kingdom.
Well, it's your kingdom. It's
That's
a small kingdom.
You understand? My house. It's the kingdom, baby. Right?
Cheryl P. wants to know, what's the frequency of oil spills and how does it affect animal life there?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we don't have, to my knowledge, we don't have a lot of oil spills. And I know that's been a big problem right now in the States, especially with the new XL pipeline coming in from Canada. But everything is, and it's kind of interesting. We talk about environmental hazards and where the United States is going under this current administration, and where the rest of the world is going. It looks like it's totally different, polar opposites of each other. But we take environmental concerns very seriously. In fact, there was a new offshore gas operation, if you will, that was built within the last 5 or 6 years. And what the company did was they took an extra step to make sure that they didn't destroy the ecological life offshore, and make sure that the ecosystem. And also in the southern part of the oil field area called Sheba, we've actually have a new nature preserve out there where they've actually taken ostriches and oryxes and other animals.
What oryx is what?
Yeah, oryx is similar to a gazelle, but it's in the desert. It's a very beautiful animal, and it's an endangered species. So the company actually put together
created habitats for them to
and it's
thrive
a huge
in.
habitat. It's
Wow.
actually the size of it is the size of Bahrain. The whole island of Bahrain is a really big nature preserve.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
Griff, what else you got, man?
I was just going to ask, you've been there about 10 years, 10.5 years. Do you think that's where you're probably going to retire when you finish working, or you think you're going to come back home? I'm
going to stay there as long as they let me. As I look at things right now, especially as you start moving on into your career, it gets more and more difficult for you to find those top positions, and things get more competitive regardless of who you are. So as it stands right now, I will stay. I've enjoyed the experience. I'm doing a lot of things that I wouldn't have an opportunity to do here. And it's interesting to see what's happening in other parts of the world, where, especially in the Gulf, where they're building economic cities, where you have cities being built literally from the ground up for like 100, 200,000 people. And, you being a part of that experience is something that you wouldn't normally see, not only in the U.S., but any other
industrialized nation, pretty much. Yeah,
exactly. So, the experience has been great, and it's been a chance to do some things that I wouldn't normally be able to do. So far, I'm going to stay there, and unless you hire me to do something, Griff, I'm going to be there. Yeah. Hey,
let me answer this: from being over there, how can you come back home first of all, or come back to America?
I get back quite often. I'm here at least every 3 to 4 months. Not only am I back doing like business with Aramco, but I also, I'm involved in other organizations, security societies called ASIS International. It's the world's largest security organization for security management professionals. I get back for that. I'm on the board of directors for ASIS. So between the meetings, between regular Aramco business, I get back quite often.
Yeah. Hey, Griff, we got to bounce, man.
Yeah, hey, man, I just wanted to call and say, Jeff, good talking to you, man. We got to catch up.
Absolutely.
Same to you, man. Y'all come down this way, let me know.
Yeah, man, take $100 to my baby girl, man. She's down in Spelman now. Take her $100, right, man?
Okay.
Ain't nothing funny with that. Wasn't no joke, man.
I'm not laughing.
Yeah, I didn't laugh.
Yeah, man, wasn't nothing funny about that. Nobody doing no comedy up in here, man.
No.
But she need I got it, right?
Yeah, I know. All right, Griff, I appreciate you, man.
All right. Much love, fellas.
All right, man.
Take care, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see what's on Paul's mind. I haven't heard from Paul in a while in Seattle. Man, how's that weather out in Seattle, man? Is it 120 degrees with the humidity?
It's better than Saudi Arabia. I just looked up Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It says it's 94 and the humidity is 10%.
That's Riyadh. That's in the middle.
Okay, well.
I'm on the Gulf.
Oh, well, that's why.
Yeah, Paul's like a weather expert.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
Paul, remember we were just talking about different regions within the kingdom.
Yeah.
Just like you have in the United States. We actually.
Yeah, well, I just spent the better part of June back in y'all neck of the woods, and I don't think I ever want to come back, honestly. Last weekend, you couldn't so hot. I was there for 3 weeks. 2 weeks, you couldn't even go outside. It was so hot and muggy.
Where were you?
You're in Chicago. You're in Chicago?
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
Okay.
The same thing. They had the same weather.
Yeah. Well, you can't go out in the streets in Detroit anyway, man. You might get shot down or something in Detroit, man.
Bad here. Oh my God.
No, Detroit's coming back. It's a resurgence. Everything's going wonderful in Detroit, except in my grandmother's old neighborhood. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
No, honestly, things are looking better in downtown Detroit than they were.
Anything's looking better than it was.
Than it was, but we did drive out on the way over to my cousin's house through Grandma's old neighborhood. She hadn't been there since 1972, and I did find the house. I found Grandma's house on Ward Street, but I must say about 20% of the houses in that street are boarded up, and probably another 10% are burned out. I bet you can buy something there for under $10,000. I would say.
You under $10?
$5,000. The burned out one I wouldn't offer more than $500, but.
Yeah.
I guarantee you somebody owns all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only the city.
Real big.
Yeah.
Might be the city who owns it. What's new, Paul? What's on your mind, man?
I think the problem is, in order for some, young family to want to move in there and fix it up, they're going to have to fix the schools, because you're not going to move in. You're not going to buy a burned out place and fix it up if the schools aren't any good.
Yeah. Well, you can move in anywhere, unless the schools are good if you've got children. But yeah. Hey, man, what's new, man? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm was looking at, of course, we haven't talked anything political here, but I did get a sense of pretty much the Trump mentality while I was back there. And I get this is what comes up, is that even family members who voted for Trump and support Trump, although they don't really want to admit it, but they're all angry. Everybody's angry, and they're angry at. Here's what's making them angry is they're pressed to the limit on their jobs. They're working too many hours. They're in a frazzle for what they feel is not enough money. They don't have enough personal time. So what does Trump do? He goes around ginning up anger, because the one thing that I said when I was in graduate school, I was going to be a psychologist. So I actually did a term paper on anger, and one of the things I learned was that the one thing about anger is that when people get angry, they feel like they're taking action, like they're doing something just by getting angry. Because when you get angry, what's the first thing you say? Oh, I'm going to, whatever, blah, 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 right? You say right out of your mouth, I'm going to. But, of course, that's the worst time to make a decision or do anything is when you're angry. The other thing about anger is that I learned when I was studying is that people kind of like to get angry. It kind of makes them feel like they're alive. It's like they're getting worked up. It is part of that doing something. And this is what Trump gins up, although it's not getting them anywhere. And if they'll tell you all about it, but if I were to give them any information that would make them take pause and think about something like, about the voter suppression? Like I said, I tell my brother, how they send you a postcard, and if you don't respond to it, they knock you off the voter rolls. And he says, what? Who? Democrats are doing that? I said, no, the Republicans, that's what they're doing in Ohio. and then he says, oh, yeah, well, I don't want to argue. I don't want to argue about it. So you tell him something, it would outrage him, and then he says he doesn't want to argue about it.
Oh, yeah.
Another one was my sister who said, Stormy Daniels can get away. See, our justice system has become so liberal that Stormy Daniels can get away with slandering somebody and there are no consequences. And I said, whoa, that's not the justice system. That's civil law. Somebody supposedly has a non-disclosure agreement with her who won't step forward, some alias person that you already believe is Donald Trump. Mm. So apparently you believe her. You believe what she says, but you're saying she should be punished for it.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. They did trap themselves there. But you made a statement earlier about taking pause and thinking. And that's something that's not endemic of these people. That's not something they do.
And not only that, when you take pause and think, you're stepping out of your anger mode. Now you're going, what do I do? Now, this is a complicated problem.
Yeah.
When you're angry, you are set on one-minded. You're set in one mind, and you're going to do something, whether it's a stupid thing to do, and usually it is. And I've done plenty of stupid things. When I was angry, I used to have stuff that, I used to get so mad, and I feel cool. I would pick them up, I want to break it. I go, wait, I need that thing. So then I started keeping things around that I could break, right? This is how I have this thing. I can break this when I'm pissed off, right? And then I went, this is the thing. You end up always doing something dumb when you're mad, and this is what they get. And so my observation is the United States of America really, with all of this divisiveness, has become really nothing more than a storefront for the corporations and the billionaires.
Yes. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
This is not a nation anymore. This is not a nation. This is and I don't mind it. If business, as Coolidge said, the business of the United States is business. If everybody agreed on that, that'd be one thing. Yeah. But that's not the way it is. People are feeling like they're left out.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the whole problem. And then look what we do. Because nobody could get excited about Cook and Hillary. Now we're in a position where we have Democratic senators, Heidi Heitkamp in North Dakota, Joe Donnelly in Indiana, who are probably going to vote to confirm Trump's nominations. While on the other side, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, who are Republicans, probably won't, but it won't make any difference because these Democrats in North Dakota and in Indiana are feeling like their election rebid, they have to play to the wackadoodle right. They can't even play to their own base.
Yeah, you're right, man.
And so and actually, I called Joe Donnelly's office and I said, you know what? If you vote for that Trump nominee, you think that's going to secure your reelection bid, but you are going to demoralize and suppress the Democratic vote, and you're going to lose your reelection bid.
We got to run, man. But I think, in all fairness, we can't not like the nominee until there's a nominee.
Until there's a nominee, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got to wait and see what kind of idiot he puts up there. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's like the idiot until we know who it is.
Right. All right, man. Thanks, man.
Okay. Take care.
Yeah, jump the gun a little bit on that one.
But you know what? He's exactly right. The other part that he's right about is all of those people that are upset in Detroit. They mad because they voted for this.
Yeah.
And elections have consequences.
But they don't realize that they voted for this.
And they're not remorseful, and they don't have no idea.
These are not big brain people.
It goes back to them.
Not big brain people.
Yep.
All right, the number is 773-763-927. That's Frank, Paul, and Richard. I'm coming to you next. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is David Seaton. Keep listening to The Family Meeting.
The name of my business is Dream Creations Gift Boutique. We create beautiful balloon arrangements, balloon decor for celebrations, gift baskets, and basically anything that's giftable. We are located at 8613 South Cottage Grove in Chicago's Chatham neighborhood. Our website is www.dreamcreationsgiftsandballoons.com. Our phone number is 773-72-DREAM or 773-723-7326. People should go to our store because I am the balloon queen. Everybody deserves the best, and we provide it at Dream Creations Gift Boutique. My name is Shondell Brown, and I am the balloon queen.
This is Richard Chu, owner of First Capital Insurance Group, and my message is do what is doable. We each have a different measure of financial success. My mission is to help you define your financial goals in light of a realistic budget and time horizon. I want you to have a great year and a great life, but we have to keep it real. Is your retirement plan giving you the protection, interest rate, and cash you'll need in retirement? If you've had issues with your 401k, IRA, or other financial programs, give us a call. We have proven solutions, and we can help. My direct number is 312-243-3907. Let's talk soon, or visit my website, firstcig.com. That's the number 1, stcig.com.
Mom, Dad, let's talk. It seems like only yesterday your parents were offering you advice, but now you could be in a position to help them. Do they have a plan? How would they handle a long-term care event? Are they prepared emotionally and financially for the future? Starting those conversations can be challenging. Call Polaris Insurance Agency and we'll send you the Let's Talk guide free of charge. Call 888-355-7154. Again, 888-355-7154.
Big roughneck respect to all the bad boy and all the bad boy crew. Cause Jamal look in the past show when past shows like a volcanic eruption.
I'm Raquel Gibson from the law offices of Raquel Gibson, and welcome back to the family meeting.
Hey man, is that Super Cat?
The brand new heavies.
Not Super Cat. A little reggae music there, man.
I got a club up in here. Everybody's dancing.
That's our DJ. He make it.
He always comes through.
I'm telling you.
DJ Bubbles.
Master.
DJ Bubbles.
Hey man, I need a formal introduction now.
Yeah.
Since you made the name
since
up,
you did it.
I need you to write me a formal introduction.
Start the show over again. No, really. Put on Big Daddy. There you go. Grab a seat, y'all. It's family meeting time. Welcome to the broadcast. On the wheels of steel today is my man, DJ Bubbles.
Yes, sir. I like that.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
We got to record something for
It's
him.
like you see when you say that, it's like you think of someone like Steve Urkel, like
on the mic though, on the wheels,
killing it.
That's right. Wiggy.
Killing it.
DJ Bubbles. I can't with y'all today.
He knows he likes it. That's my man, boy.
I love
DJ
it.
Bubbles in the house. Okay, let's get. We lost some calls here. Let's get Frank calling from Chicago. Hey, Frank, what's up, man?
Hi, Eric. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it. One thing I heard about in Islamic culture is, I guess there's no interest
Hey,
rate.
Frank. Hey, Frank. You got us on speaker?
Let me check. My bad. I think I was sorry about that.
It's okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just fine.
Oh, okay. I guess there's no interest rates in Islamic culture, and I was just wondering how the banks worked. In other words, if I was in Saudi Arabia and I was to take out let's say $100,000 loan, does that get paid back as maybe it was a $110,000 loan. In other words, no interest rate, but just like a discounted mortgage. I just want to ask your guest if that's the way it worked.
So he's talking about Sharia law and interest rates. You're probably familiar with that, right?
Slightly.
Right.
And I think that what has happened within the last couple of years, I would say not even the last couple of years, within the last year or so, you're right to some extent. Interest rates are considered bad or haram. So as a result of that, there's very little interest on loans, if any at all. However, with the changing of the economy in the Gulf countries, there are loans and mortgages that are starting to prop up, if you will.
Right.
So things are changing. Things are becoming more westernized.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, man?
Well, real quickly, and another thing that I read was petty crime. I wonder if, like petty theft, if that's almost non-existent, because I read in a book once where I guess the author left a wallet in the backseat of a taxi cab, and he got his wallet back, and the driver of the cab said, "No, we do not. I repeat, we do not steal in this country."
Yeah, they chop off hands over there.
They chop off hands. That's what I heard.
Serious consequences.
So, any truth to that, Jeff?
To an extent. I mean, you still have crime. You have crime no matter where you are in the world. Where there's people, there are problems. And I know what you're going to think. He's going to. I'm pointing at Eric right now. He's starting to look at me like, oh, here's that security guy again. But I will say this: I found that I've met a lot of great people in the region, and a handful of not so great people. But I mean, it's indicative of no matter where you are in the world.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I would agree that because of the way the laws are, they can be very strict.
Yeah, it's a deterrent.
It can be a deterrent. It definitely can be a deterrent.
I need my hands.
Losing your hands can be a deterrent.
Yeah. You have to start stealing with your feet. Wow. Anything else, Frank?
No, that's it. Thanks for your time. I appreciate everything. Very enlightening.
You bet. Take care, man. So Jeff told me something interesting about the drivers over there. People who drive. So not only are they the worst drivers on earth, they're adding women who've never driven in their lives to the road now. And I'm not saying women shouldn't drive. I'm just saying
I can't say that the driver or the people who are from the region are the worst drivers. But I will say they are some of the most aggressive drivers I've ever seen.
Worse than Chicago? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Tomato. Aggressive, dangerous. What's the difference?
I have driven on the highway, and I've watched people go by on the shoulder of the road going over 100 miles an hour.
Oh.
Easily. I mean, not without even batting an eye. They just fly by.
They have more accidents per capita there. Didn't you?
Yeah, they do. The mortality rate is very high. And I know that we have put some stricter laws in place, and they have been working tirelessly on that, trying to get that to where it should be. And at the same time, with the women drivers being on the road, they've actually heightened the penalties if there is any aggressive driving towards women. They are really serious about throwing the book at people. So
that's what's up, Saudi Arabia. That's about time.
What's the mentality with you where everybody's dying in car crashes, man?
And a lot of it, remember this, the Saudi Arabia has a very young population. So a majority of the people in Saudi are under the age of 30.
Why is that?
Wow.
How did that occur?
How did that? Well, population boom.
I mean, I know how you make babies. I know how that part works. I read the book and saw the video and everything. But I'm just asking you, how did that dynamic occur? Are the older people leaving or dying?
No, it's a new country. I mean, when you think about it, Saudi Arabia, the formal country itself, has been around for about 80 years. So, I mean, you're talking about, for the most part, people who basically lived in a different type of environment. Now cities are being built, cities are expanding. They're going through an industrial revolution. They're going through in some aspects some things that we as the United States went through decades ago.
Yeah, this is their baby boom.
Exactly. And at the same time, you see that, and there's another dynamic where you see technology taking off at the same time. So you see a lot of different dynamics going on where we talked about building up economic cities. and building of this new city called Neom, which is going to be huge. I mean, so there's a lot of things.
And then they don't bother with courting and dating somebody. They have arranged marriages. It's like, here's your wife, get to work. Bam.
But that's even changing, because now you see a greater population of not only people, Saudis marrying from non-arranged marriages, but also you see a lot of Saudis, or I should say a lot, but the numbers are increasing, of Saudi nationals marrying outside their nationality.
Wow.
So there's a lot of things that are going on. And I think, Eric, it goes back to what we were talking about before, about we as Americans not really having a good idea as to what's going on globally.
Exactly. Yes. Because that's encouraging.
Yeah,
I would have never thought that had you not told me.
Things are really
well. I mean, to have you think by the press reports here that everybody over there is plotting to blow up America.
Yeah. Well, that will be true. But I was basing my thoughts on just the Islamic religion in and of itself.
Right.
You know, the ethnicity and the religion. They do arranged marriages.
Right.
So that's why I was.
And they ain't running around town killing each other or robbing each other.
They're not.
So, I mean, we would wish our cities were like that, right?
Yeah.
We wish for that.
Yeah,
but many of the people in this country view the people in Saudi Arabia as plotting to kill everybody here.
Are they segregated over there like we are here in America?
Oh, in terms of race?
Race, ethnicities, religion, tribes.
Well, I can't really get into the tribal situation because or lack thereof, because I really don't understand the tribal dynamic.
Okay.
I know there is tribalism, and you know, based on where you are, where you're from, you know, there can be situations in which you will have a tendency to have a bias.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you talked about the unemployment being high over there too,
because of the youth, because of the young population, and then realize that you have a lot of young Saudis that are going to school abroad, many in the United States. So you have a lot of young people coming back, and they're looking for jobs, and you know the economy itself is looking to be expanded. So, like I said, once again, a lot of different dynamics going on.
So I'd imagine the oil business, though, is the number one industry.
It still is, and the whole thing is that the countries in the Gulf, they want to pull back and pull away from being an economy based on oil. They want to be able to diversify their economy. That's what happened in Dubai.
Yeah.
Dubai changed because Dubai saw that they were running out of oil, where Abu Dhabi is big brother, or the larger emirate.
Yeah.
They have oil.
Yeah.
And even though they are very diverse, they're getting diverse as well. But Abu Dhabi, they decided to change their whole outlook on how they were going to diversify their economy.
How about that? Thinking ahead, huh?
I'm just amazed that they can just walk out into the desert and say, "We need a city." Build it.
And they build it.
Yeah.
It is the most amazing thing you ever want to see.
I bet.
It take like 10 years to get an interstate.
So you know what's interesting is even in Dubai, back in the 1970s, the early 1970s, there was this when they first started to get their first traffic lights and their first street lights in the 1970s. Now look at Dubai.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, we got to get that break and that news in, girl. You ready for the news, girl?
I am.
You always ready for the news.
I'm telling you.
Ain't she always ready for the news?
Always.
Always ready for the news.
Because I always got something to say.
Don't nobody do the news like Tressa, man. Forget CBS, NBC, all the rest of them. Just listen to Tressa, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Y'all gonna like the news today.
As long as she got
We always
DJ,
like it.
as long as she got DJ Bubbles rocking the sound.
Oh, yeah.
Under there, you all right.
I can't do it without DJ Bubbles.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. So the number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is Harlan Teller, www.economicprogress.org. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
The reason that it's important to advertise on the Family Meeting is that we have an economical way of reaching a great audience. One could say it's not cheap, but what we like to say is that it's an effective buy for a business or an individual who wants to reach a quality audience. The reason that it's important or a good place to advertise is that our cousins love to patronize. I'm Richard Chu, also known as Bad, the Black Asian dude with the Family Meeting. For more information on advertising on the Family Meeting, you can reach us at info@tfmradioshow.com. That's info@tfmradioshow.com. You can also contact us at area code 708-794-6444, 708-794-6444.
A 2016 study estimates that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft that year. Fight back against identity theft by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
This is Miss Lady B, La Boricua. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
I'm Teresa McDonald, and here are the top stories we are following here at the Family Meeting. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, or more affectionately known as Turtle, became the latest to be confronted by protesters as he was leaving a restaurant in his home state on Sunday. The group threatened to vote McConnell out of office as he walked out of the Bristol Bar and Grill in Louisville and got into his car, the Courier-Journal reported. Video recordings of the encounter show other demonstrators chanting "Abolish ICE" and "No justice, no peace." A protester demanded to know where the migrant children are after being separated from their families. "Where are the babies, Mitch?" a protester was recorded asking in the video. The comments come in reference to the thousands of migrant children who were separated from their parents from April to June under the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy. And to finish my news from last week that I couldn't do, all because I smelled good. No, don't you come over here. Wait till my news is done.
I gotta see how you smell, though.
Can you go? Let me get my news and go. Can you imagine being just 11 years old and hearing the music you composed being played by the New York Philharmonic for a crowd of 10,000 in Prospect Park? Well, that's what happened for two little girls from Brooklyn. Jordan Miller and Cameron Cowan are both just 11 years old and both started studying music composition through the New York Philharmonic's Very Young Composers program. The theme of their compositions is the Harlem Renaissance, and their music is being played as part of the Philharmonic's free concert series in the park. And finally, you guys are going to hear this. Labrador and Mastiffs Bull and Bear Jordan are some of the sweetest lunch bandits you'll ever want to meet. The lovable Mastiff Labrador dogs are bold, big, and willing to do anything for a snack. They greet every visitor to their home like an old friend, read an article in the Dog People magazine online. What's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine, right? Well, in June, Carol Jordan, their owners, who owns a 5-acre farm in Isle of Wight, Virginia, stopped at her mailbox and discovered a handwritten note there from the woman who delivers her family's mail. It read, "Hey, I drove up to deliver a package and both the dogs crawled into my truck. They got into my lunch and ate an egg and some carrots and pumpkin seeds. I don't know if it will upset their tummies, just FYI." Mrs. Jordan said after reading it, she realized the note was left because the carrier was concerned rather than angry. "We would never have known," she said. "They always look guilty of something. The only evidence of the crime, 2 small carrots in the grass next to the driveway where the dogs had spit out the vegetables among their loot." So to make up for the pups' mischief, Mrs. Jordan purchased a $20 Subway gift card and left it at the post office for their carrier, along with a handwritten note of apology from the boys that said, "Sorry we ate your lunch. Thank you for sharing. P.S. Our human said thank you for leaving a note. We didn't like the note. We got in trouble." Mrs. Jordan also took a picture of the pair looking guilty and created a photo composite with the image of the mail carrier's note and her note and posted it on Facebook. The post, complete with a caption that read, "Wall of shame at We Owe You Lunch," quickly went viral. Visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for archived audio and video of the broadcast, as well as our music playlist. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show. The news today is brought to you by Identity Guard. Over 15 million Americans each year fall victim to identity theft. Protect yourself and everything you've worked so hard to build for as little as $6 per month. Visit lookaftermyid.com today for more information and sign up. That's lookaftermyid.com. Do it today. I'm Teresa McDonald, and this has been your Family Meeting News. We'll be right back with more of the Family Meeting.
This is 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, 92.5 WCPT FM DeKalb, and online at WCPT820.com.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris has introduced a way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation. Hey Chicago, it's time for you to make a difference in a child's life. AARP Foundation Corps is looking for volunteers to help kindergarten to third graders read. You can do it. Here's how you can register. Call 877-926-8300. That's 877-926-8300. And reference AARP Foundation Experience Corps or visit www.aarp.org/eatchicago. It's time for you to help a child read.
My name is Sharon Cooper, and I am the sister of Sandra Bland. I am a Chicagoland business professional working in the professional services field. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
So they really don't allow comedy? They didn't allow comedy over there? Like a comedy show. I mean, not just a custom, just like a comedy show. None of that?
Nope.
No, it was
Don't nobody like to laugh over there?
Oh, they laugh.
When something's funny, yeah.
They just wasn't doing it in a public forum.
Yeah.
So you got to laugh in secret?
Well, you know,
explain that to me, man.
Within the company that I work for, there's always
That's because you guys are kind of,
we're exactly. It's set aside. Even back in the 80s, they had the Commodores come in and do concerts and everything like that. So it's always been a little.
You mean they came over there and did Brick House for y'all?
Exactly.
But you can't tell jokes.
I'm
just telling you.
I'm talking about with the company, with the Ramco.
Oh, they brought in somebody.
Exactly.
To make the Negroes happy.
No, well, they never.
No, what?
Get them some funk. They'll be okay. Hey, man, listen. Funk not only moves, it removes. You dig? Right?
If you say so.
Yeah, I was going to say remove.
I'm tripping a little bit on the comedy thing. I'm trying to figure out what the hang up is over laughing.
I'm trying to help you.
Help me then,
Thank
brother.
you. Please help him.
Help me help you.
Help him.
Lay your hands on this, brother.
Okay, tell me what's the rationale behind the comedy thing? I didn't get the.
Well, I'm not. I'll be honest with you. I'm not certain as in terms of the comedy thing, but I believe, anything that is seen as not positive or not in a positive light,
or falsehoods, because when they tell comedy and they tell jokes. They may be telling stories that may or may not be rooted in some kind of truth, and then sometimes it gets political. And so they at one point, you know, they want to control all of that, and they're just loosening the reins a little bit. Seriously, the first comedy show that happened in Dubai, like India, and all, those kind of just went over like last year. There was a big comedy tour.
I'm one of those ignorant Americans. I'll go ahead and bite. So I didn't know. I thought
you're not in denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not in denial. I'm intellectually curious at the same time, though. I do want to know.
Yeah.
But you don't really have anybody that you can ask on a regular basis. Unless somebody like you shows up, we don't have any way of knowing. And it's not disseminated readily in the States.
No.
In fact, most of the ignorant things are disseminated, mostly unfounded.
Yeah,
quite honest.
That is true. Very true.
Yeah. And, of course, we know who bites on that.
Ooh, we do.
Let's see what's up with Ant, my man. Ant, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. He says he's a preacher.
He's excited.
He says he's a preacher, man. Anthony's very excited. Let me tell you the two lies Anthony told me.
It's for Mr. Lee.
Well, hold on a second, man. Hold on a second, man. Let me tell everybody something here. So this is Anthony, our boy from Drew Hall. So we go back. The three of us were the first triad because we hung out together the first night we were on campus, right? Best friends since then. So Ant now says he's a preacher.
Mr. Anthony.
Yeah.
He said he's a preacher.
I'm going to apologize for my co-host, my host.
He's like at a church or something.
Laughing at you.
At a church or something, Anthony says he's a preacher.
I'm so sorry.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I know you don't, Mr. Preacher Man.
Yes, I'm a minister. That is correct.
That's even better.
Yes. Mr. Lee, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing well.
Man.
It's good to hear your voice.
Good hearing your voice. We lived next door to each other for 3-4 months until I had to move quickly. But that's a whole other story.
Anthony had a roommate issue.
Why did you move, Anthony?
Because my roommate was stealing from me.
What?
Wow.
It was a little more than that, Mr. Preacher Man.
On top of other things, but yeah, that's what it came down to.
Did you beat the brakes off of him, Anthony? Is that what happened?
No, I came.
He's a preacher. He don't beat nobody up.
He wasn't no preacher back then.
Damn sure wasn't no preacher back then.
I learned not to fight. You know, unlike some other people in the hallway who that's a whole other story.
There is something.
There's a fight
that happened that they're not telling. I got to know this story. Stay tuned for the after show.
We're definitely going to hear this.
Grant about the house party we went to on.
Hey man.
Anthony, I thought you had a question.
Yeah, man. Don't bring up no stories, man. Hey,
Mr. Lee, how you doing
and
today?
Please let's keep the focus of the show nice and narrow.
Yeah, okay. You majored in business, is that correct, Mr. Lee?
What's this, an interrogation?
I know, yes, counselor.
No. So how did you go from business to security? I just want to know your
how did I make the
transition.
switch or the transition?
That's correct.
He's a preacher, man.
I can't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I can't. This is their friend.
Don't be surprised if I show up at the show one day. He's knock on the door.
I ain't worried about that. You ain't coming. Well, he's too cheap to do that. He'd have to pay to get here. He wouldn't do that.
Oh my! First they dogged him out about his profession.
Y'all really be talking to
these are their friends.
Y'all gotta know Anthony, man.
Wow.
Hey, man, he's a preacher.
Also, I'm a licensed therapist too. So.
I can't.
Wow. Oh my God.
So Anthony,
trick somebody.
It's a good question. Remember this in security, and I was talking to E about this earlier. You know, we look at risk, and as you know, risk is very important when it comes to a business strategy.
Correct.
So when we look at risk and we assess risk and we make our recommendations.
Based upon a business strategy.
Based on exactly.
Absolutely.
There you go. Okay.
I'm so happy I have friends here.
got you. I'm telling you, I got you.
Because that's what it's all about. Yeah, but that's basically it, Eric.
Long and short. Okay, okay. Well, you look good on the screen, Jeff. You look pretty good. I'm glad life is doing you well. I haven't seen you in a minute, but I'm glad you're doing well.
He's going to be at homecoming this year, man.
Yeah, it's been alleged that I'm going to be at homecoming this year.
Wow.
Eric, ready? Eric.
He said alleged.
So no confirmations on
He said alleged.
Eric, he can stay at my house with me for homecoming. He can come to my house and stay with me, Eric.
Do you have a house, really?
See, so why are you?
Because ain't nobody ever seen your house, man.
Oh, man.
Everything, one after the other.
Ain't nobody ever seen his house or his wife that he says he has.
I invited you over. You told me you want to come, so I don't understand. Well, Jeff, you have an open invitation to come spend the homecoming at my house.
You'd be in a park in a box, man.
Yeah.
Anthony, thank you so much.
His cardboard box in a park, man, with Anthony, man.
I'm not going down that road with Eric.
Okay. I'm on that road.
Eric is on the
When your
road.
guests call in, is this what they get from you? I don't know.
Every single time.
No.
She got her nerve. Wait till Verlon calls. She'll give it to him like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to call and support your show, and this is what kind of treatment I get. Oh my goodness.
Now he's getting teary-eyed. See here?
Oh, wow.
See how he's acting on you? See how he's starting to act now, see?
The transition came.
Right. I told you, man. We know Anthony, man.
Y'all some comedians, some shysters out of Howard, boy. I'm telling you.
We got these stories bubbling up in us that we ain't telling.
Is that
That's
what
the problem.
it is?
We know.
Yeah, some history that
You know what I'm talking
needs to be
about.
revealed.
35 years, these guys. And Anthony's all of a sudden a preacher.
I am a minister. That's true. I am. I've been a minister for 18 years. So, but you'll see someday. I have to take you somewhere.
Why don't you invite Jeff to the church, man?
I will. I'll do that. When Jeff comes to town, I'll invite Jeff to church with me.
How about that, Jay?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
There you go, partner.
Good talking to you guys. You take care.
Hey, man, I'll see you next month, man. I'll be out there next month, all right?
Yeah, hit me up. Talk to you later.
Man. All right, peace.
Bye-bye.
That's Anthony, man.
I'm going to kill him.
That's my boy. Listen, that's our boy. That's Ant.
I'm going to kill him.
I
I'm going to kill him.
can't with you guys.
That's our boy Ant, man.
After that, that's their boy, Lord.
Yeah. Okay, so let me get Paul. Let me get Paul calling from the house. Paul, what's up, man?
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
Your pencil's ready because the Family Meetings resident music expert has some recommendations for you.
Hey, listen, before you start,
Right.
I had some Curtis Mayfield for you until we had this licensing issue with the studio, so I got that, all right?
Yeah, so hold that till next week, Paul.
Okay, well, I guess won't do any impression songs or Freddie's Dead or
Nah.
Not yet. Not yet.
How about the Pointer Sisters?
Nah.
Pointer Sisters, what did they have?
Nope. No Pointer Sisters. Nope.
Stylistics?
Nope.
You don't like the Stylistics, really?
How about them?
Nope.
Little Anthony and the Imperials?
Yeah, not in the list.
Come on, man, that's a little beyond our time, man.
Gladys Knight and the Pips?
Not on the list.
Wait. Gladys Knight, Daddy Could Swear.
But it's not on the list.
And the Platters?
Not on the list.
Oh, boy.
It'll be on the list next week,
Yeah,
man.
next week. That's why I said hold it till next week, Paul. We got you.
All right. Well, you're giving me a rain check then?
Yes, rain
definitely.
check.
All right. Well, we'll do it then.
All right.
My man.
Talk
We got DJ Paul in the house.
Yes.
DJ
yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Wicked DJ Paul. Thanks, Paul.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it, man.
Yeah, that whole licensing thing just kind of messed me up.
Hey,
I'm like, for real?
this was on the phone, man. Mr. Walker himself. Rich, what's up, black Asian dude?
Hey, what's going on, family?
How you doing, man?
Richard.
Are you walking right now?
No, I'm sitting in the airport in Albuquerque, getting ready to fly back to Chicago.
Okay. Well, welcome back to civilization, man.
Yeah. way out there in the high altitude. How y'all doing?
We're good. We're good now that you've called.
Yeah, I couldn't miss out on that. I wanted to get situated here at the airport and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's been a great show. And Tressa, nobody does the news like you do.
Why, thank you, sir.
I agree. I concur, brother.
Where's the missus? Is she nearby? Put her on the phone.
I had to go sit in the, there's a bunch of people in the airport. So
Okay.
I had to go find a spot where, you know how people get in the airport when you're talking on their phone, they want to, top an attitude. So I thought,
Did you hear Richard's friend, Eric's friend from Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
How cool is that?
Is that cool? What's cool about it is that he's talking to us on the family meeting. But what's even cooler is that he's got a friend that's, across the globe.
Yeah.
We're all over the place. Howard's everywhere, man.
Howard is everywhere.
Hey, man, I ran into a dude out here from L.A. that he didn't go to Howard, but he has a couple of friends that went to Howard. It was just one of those, as I call it, moments of serendipity. I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Can't get away from us, man. We're like roaches in a bad neighborhood, brother. We're everywhere.
Yeah, on a dark
deep.
night with a large
Rolling deep.
That's right, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, you get home to us safely, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have a good rest of the show. I just wanted to call in and say hey.
Oh, definitely.
Black Asian dude, my man.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
All right.
I'm out.
Let's get Mark here. Mark, what's up, man?
Hey, what's happening?
How you doing?
Good. How are you doing? You're kind of like having a lot of fun there. My concern with what's going on, especially with that march yesterday and the sanctuary city aspect of it. I know it's a serious stuff now we're talking. I don't know if this is even a time to do it.
Yeah, it's perfect time. Go ahead.
Okay. Sanctuary cities. I'm very familiar with the African Americans, especially on the south side of Chicago, and how I personally feel the Democratic Party is using you guys just for votes. And allowing sanctuary cities to take place is allowing very hungry, illegal aliens to come in and take a lot of jobs away from you guys. Very, very. I mean, I'm serious as a heart attack.
We ain't worried about that, Mark.
Let's dig a little bit deeper. What jobs do you think they're taking?
Yeah.
Well,
everybody took my job. I'm good.
I switched careers in my 30s, and I'm now in my 50s. Okay.
Me too.
And I worked starting out when I switched careers 20 years ago at $8 an hour, and that's from coming down from a job at $90,000 a year. I just wanted to do something different. And I worked up, and I've worked with a lot of people at the starting, just starting into manufacturing. And I've seen a lot of people that can just work their way up and work hard, concentrate on their work ethics, and staying focused on a job, being there every day, not coming in stoned or anything like that, and they could do very well.
Yeah, but what jobs do you think these aliens, these illegal aliens, are taking?
Well, just starting out at labor jobs. To start out at labor jobs, you can work your way up if you apply yourself.
Yeah, but what does it really say about a person who is American, who speaks English and has family and friends in their community, if they lose a job to someone who doesn't know anybody, who barely speaks English?
Come on now.
Yeah.
What does that say about the person that loses a job?
Totally right. And this ain't right. And what I witnessed yesterday, and I talked to friends all over the nation, very educated people, and we all came to the same thing. And that's just the way the Democratic Party rolls. They're using you guys, and they're using the illegal aliens for new votes to come in. And what you guys standing up for, you want work in your communities, and this type of thing can be done, but it's got to be done with you got to get everybody in a good work ethic. They got to be focused. They got to be to work every day, and they got to be right.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I hear you, but I think though that you may be perceiving things incorrectly, because black folks work as hard as anybody else. They want the same safe neighborhoods as everybody else, but I don't know how you're weaving in illegal immigration and black folks and they're taking our jobs. I don't think so, because I don't know many black people who've lost a job picking apples.
Me neither.
And I would like to, by the way, we got to take a news break, and we got to take a quick break here. But I'd love to have this conversation with you in depth.
Working into being an operator all the way up to being a programmer. And starting out at
but they're not taking the good jobs, man. They're not taking those jobs, man.
Yeah, they can't even take those jobs.
No, no way to do that. And by the way, if they're taking those jobs, what you would want from the government, whoever, if it's a Republican or a Democrat, is for them to penalize the employers,
Thank you,
not the employees.
Thank you.
So if there's no job for them to get, then you penalize the employers, right?
Well, I agree with that, but when they're here and they're available to hire, if you're running a business and you get somebody to wash dishes for $6 an hour versus $20 an hour,
don't nobody want no $6 an hour job washing dishes, man. Nobody wants that. That's how they get it.
White folks don't even want that.
Yeah, you want that job?
No, but some of them will come in there. Again, I started $8 an hour.
Yeah, because it's necessary.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to wash dishes.
Yeah, but
and you're talking about people who are just trying to make their living situation better. Period. Well, doesn't matter.
I think that your causation discussion is really kind of erroneous here. That's why I think you're wrong.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it next time. Please call again, and let's talk about it in depth. Can we do that?
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks. It's just misinformation everywhere.
Yeah, and I appreciate his call, and I understand where he's trying to come from. But like you said, it's just misinformation.
Yeah,
he doesn't have it all
thing.
together.
It's not a thing. All right, stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is McLaughlin Fleming III, co-founder of TSEC. You can reach us at www.facebook.com/t.sec.inc. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue. 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com. A 2016 study estimated that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft last year. Fight back against your identity being stolen by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID for as little as $6 per month. Yes, that's only $6 per month by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
Is your child prepared for the school year? Getting started early means a better chance of getting ahead. Masters Plus Tutoring in Homewood is the program that works. No matter what your child needs to prepare for the coming academic year, better study habits, organizational skills, or time management, Masters Plus can help. In fact, they tutor students in all subjects from kindergarten through college. Perhaps ACT, SAT, or Catholic high school prep are in order. Just visit mptutors.com and request a consultation. All sessions are taught by certified instructors in a private one-to-one setting to ensure each student receives individualized instruction. Whether your child is at a basic level or reaching for advanced placement, Masters Plus Tutoring can help. Call 708-798-8400 or visit them on the web at mptutors.com. Mention WCPT and you'll receive a $25 tuition credit with a purchase of 4 hours or more. That's mptutors.com.
Hey, Chicago, this is motivational speaker and author William A. Eady II, author of the book Listen If You Want to Succeed. Welcome back to the family meeting.
It used to be that they would run those conversations through us, but not now.
And music, man.
Don't invite that brother.
You doing for what you got to deal with today, man? You doing all right, man?
Yeah, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, this is that elevator music, though.
This is not elevator music. This is house music.
What elevator you been in, man?
You remember the unknown cocktail host?
You know what? I can't do with you today. Get on up out of here.
We had a dude in our dorm who
was wearing a red.
Yeah, come close to the mic, man.
You know what? Austin, make a list of those because I am. As soon as I get in my car, I'm blasting these.
I just share the YouTube channel with us. It's all on our YouTube channel now.
Okay, got it.
That's Raphael.
No, that's not.
No, this one is Raphael. I did play a couple by him though.
Yeah.
Now who's this?
Unknown cocktail host.
That hand did it for me.
That is just too much.
He used to do that, didn't he?
He did. He had a tray.
He had a tray with glasses on it.
Listen,
with a bag on his head, walking around saying, "I'm the unknown cocktail." This is one of those nights when we couldn't.
Willingly?
You know, you're freshmen in the dorm, and women won't pay attention to you. You got to entertain yourself somehow.
Oh my goodness, Jesus!
Oh,
Jesus!
Oh man.
First couple of weeks, man, it was tight, man. Trying to get somebody to pay attention to us, man.
That's funny.
I'm the unknown cocktail host.
I couldn't. I couldn't have
boy
been able to do it.
He's still not right.
Yeah. Can't get right.
Can't get right.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, man, let's see what's on Tommy's mind. What do you think?
Let's get it.
You ready for that?
Sir.
Tom, what's up, baby?
Well, we got to take care of some very important business first. It seems that when you were talking to your friend from Arabia, we put a trace on the line. You know, we do that kind of stuff, you know. And it turns out that instead of him being from actually Arabia, it sounded like he was from Arabia, Illinois. But we'll let that survive. We also opened up your album art. We opened up the the little book that they have with all the pictures and stuff. And Eric, we want to tell you, man, we have a reason why you was not getting along when you were a freshman on campus, and it's called, you should have called 1-800, let Tommy tell you what to do. So the next point is this. You know, I really love people like Mark. I love them so much because they continue to perpetuate. It makes you feel so great to recognize and understand that the poor colored people, no matter how they turn around, they always the ones that fault. So we're the ones who created illegal immigration. We're the ones who created the sanctuary cities. And by the way, we're losing our jobs to these people who are coming over here and they're taking our jobs. And hell, the last time I was talking to some colored people, hell, they didn't have jobs to begin with. So, I mean, picking apples would have been cool. But I tell you what, I got to go because, you know, we got to keep it light today and all that stuff, especially this licensing thing with this one. Sounds like to me y'all was getting just a little bit too colored. Keep listening to the family. Bye.
Yeah, at some point you can catch Tommy during the second hour of the family meeting every week.
That felt good. That was tea right there.
I love it. I look forward to Tommy every
That
Sunday.
music hits, I'm just like, yes.
Yes, exactly. Get it out. Get it out.
And he's right. I did pick Jeff up from the Greyhound station. He came up from Arabia, Illinois. He had a greasy bag of chicken in his bag.
Oh, my God.
That chicken sure was good.
Sure.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, a couple of comments from YouTube on Mark.
Hey, guys.
It says, Ratambo says, the corporations and conservatives are filled with thinkers and schemers. Most of Trump supporters use only the T, maybe the H in think. And then he also says, somebody school him on the effects and effects of centuries of discrimination. Yeah. Big time.
You know, I was watching, talking about historical and foreign ignorance. I was watching Ken Burns'
That's the thing.
special.
That's the thing.
I just made it up. I was watching Ken Burns' piece on Vietnam. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. But the story behind Vietnam is a classic story of when white folks show up.
The colonizers.
Yeah, because it was. I didn't realize this. I guess I knew at one point, but I'd forgotten that it was France that had colonized Vietnam originally.
You don't say.
I had forgotten about that. That's way back prior to World War I.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally got them out, and then who showed up?
We do.
Some more white folks.
Yeah, more white folks.
But the Middle East hasn't really, at least the countries like Saudi Arabia have never had.
They ain't going.
That kind of a problem.
They ain't going.
Right.
They ain't going.
I haven't looked, but has Saudi Arabia ever been colonized?
Let me think about it. I think that during the Ottoman Empire, that was the only time that it was colonized.
Okay.
So I think that was previous or prior to World War I, sometime around there. Then it became a protectorate of Great Britain.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And then after that, that's just after that, that's when oil was discovered, like in the 1930s. And oil was being discovered in that area anyway, in Bahrain, in Iran. So a lot of that was going on, like I said, in between 1920 and 1930, somewhere in there.
And then that's when they started yelling, I'm rich.
But what's amazing is, so it's Saudi Arabia is controlled by the people who are native to the land.
Absolutely.
Right. And those who have come to basically steal the riches haven't been successful in doing so.
No, not at all. Because they ain't going.
Right. Well, what's the difference?
They ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Because white folks set their mind on getting somebody's stuff, they usually get it. Saudi Arabia avoided that.
They got laws over there against folks stealing. Yeah. They cut hands off.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Text, as a grandmama used to say. Text.
Y'all know I'm telling the truth.
I had the opportunity to visit with a friend of mine for his wedding, the island of St. Vincent, which is on it's like the furthest saint island among the string of saints, all the way down close to on the way to Africa. They say it's where hurricanes begin.
Yes.
But the story, and most of it's true, some of it's fiction, but the story about St. Vincent it's inhabited by black people who mutinied a slave ship, wrecked it off the shore, and came ashore. So, and it's an amazing little island because it's very, very rocky. It's not very picturesque. There's no hotels. It's like bed and breakfast everywhere. It's shaped like an egg, and at the bottom of the egg is a cove where you can approach by ship. The rest of the island is surrounded by violent water and rocks. So the people who wanted to come and take these people off the island couldn't approach but one way.
Yeah, because one way in, one way out.
Right. So they took the cannons off of the boat and aimed them across this cove. So if you ever approach from that direction, they could take you out.
Exactly.
So the result is, fast forward, upon visiting St. Vincent, and it's hard to get there, by the way, these were different kinds of black people. These were black people who had never been enslaved. And when you look at them and you compare them to who we are, the people who were ancestors of former slaves, the way they walked upright and the way they behaved was so much different. I'd imagine that you get some of that in Saudi Arabia, some proud people,
very proud,
who've never really been colonized. They've been occupied, maybe, but never colonized.
No, that's a good way of putting it.
That is an excellent way of putting it.
Yeah, but a very rich culture. And what's interesting is that as the kingdom starts to open up to tourism, they're finding out all these different things of what has all these historical facts that have happened or have occurred over thousands and thousands of years within Saudi Arabia. So it's quite interesting. It's very fascinating. It's an interesting time to be in the region. Because there is a lot of change going on.
Do they consider themselves a part of Africa? They're not connected. They're connected, but not really.
I haven't heard that, so to speak. But if you go to Saudi Arabia, you'll see Saudis that look like us, lighter, darker. I mean, they every hue that you can think of, you'll see in Saudi Arabia. that in and of itself is interesting as well.
So what's the second most prosperous industry there? If you wanted to go there and be employed, outside of oil, where do people work? Is it just regular run-of-the-mill jobs, or are there other industries that are big there?
Mining is big now. They have a lot of mining going on. They have a gold, diamonds, precious metals. I think mining is probably the second biggest.
Any agriculture at all?
There is agriculture in the South, and actually they have dairy farms as well in certain parts.
Some hot ass cows.
You know, if
hot milk, ain't nothing like hot milk.
What? Well, what? Okay. I'm trying to help you.
God help.
So you do have agriculture.
Nobody's got them.
And keep in mind, not all of Saudi is actually hot. I mean, you have the mountains to the south, and to the north, it's relatively cool as well. And we talked about there actually being snow there in the wintertime. So,
do you make your way around a lot in Saudi Arabia?
From time to time, it depends on where the job takes me. So,
but you're not taking excursions to the other side of the country or anything, are you?
Unfortunately, I have not. I have not been down to the most southern part, like we call Abha and Najran. I haven't been on the border yet, because actually on the border of Yemen is very mountainous, and it gets a lot of rainfall. And in terms of, they have a certain type of chimpanzee it's a chimpanzee. It's not a chimpanzee. What kind of animal is it's part of the baboon family. You only find it in the southern part of Saudi Arabia and in Africa, East Africa. So it's interesting because they are down there, and they're so used to the tourists that they come in and they snatch food out of the people's hands, and go into the cars and take it out.
Animals don't care.
Wow.
I love
hungry.
that.
Like those two dogs I just reported
I love
on.
it. They just don't care.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting.
Is the country principally occupied on the coasts?
Yes, I mean, because you have Jeddah, which is a big city, which is on the Red Sea. You have Yanbu, which is like north of Jeddah, further up, like almost going up towards the Jordanian border. And then you have on the east side of the eastern province, you have Khobar. You have Jebel. Now, Jebel is the world's largest industrial city, and it's being expanded right now. So,
what makes it the largest? I mean, how do you measure the largest?
A lot of different companies are there. A lot of hydrocarbon industries, petrochemicals. They have, I don't know, several dozen big companies out there in Jebel.
Yeah, isn't that kind of like the premise? Well, I don't say the premise, but isn't that kind of why they actually did the Suez Canal over in that region, so they wouldn't have to sail all the way around the coast of Africa? Yeah. So they actually took shortcut, just drilled it out. Yeah.
And Mecca's on the Red Sea. It's on the other side, right?
Yeah, it's on the Red Sea.
Okay.
Yeah, Mecca is right off of the Red Sea. I'm looking at it now.
Right. Okay. Right.
And you see Yanbu.
I
have to
see
get
it.
over there, man. We should do a broadcast from Saudi Arabia. They let us do a broadcast from there? As long as we don't tell no jokes, right?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
You can't tell no jokes there, Tressa.
Hey.
Don't do it, man.
I won't. I can't. I don't want to become a citizen of Saudi Arabia. It's hot over there.
Mess around, lose the ear or something.
You can't touch people. You can't. They have with their phones. They've got the part of the phone where you can. What do they call it when you can just walk past somebody and click up and pick up their information without actually getting it from them, because it's like against their laws and against their culture for them to commingle like that. So instead of them talking to each other and exchanging information,
she knows more about it than I do.
Did you know that?
They walk by with their phones and they go click, and then all of a sudden they exchange information. That's how they exchange information that way.
Are you running around touching people?
That's how they date. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
wow, Tinder must be.
Don't touch nobody.
I try not to.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what the part of it on your phone is.
I don't have to wait for the government to chop off my hands. I have a wife at home.
I was just going to say, you have a wife. You got to talk about that.
I come up like this.
Okay, last break. Stay
and all
tuned.
the government don't get your wife go take.
Don't give her no ideas, man.
I bet you,
She's just laughing.
That's comical to her.
That's funny.
Listen,
Right.
I bet you Mrs. Lee don't play.
Look at
She
that.
kind of like Michelle Obama.
Look at that.
Touch if you want to.
Yeah. The best thing you can do is shut up.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Yeah, you shut up.
I know. I know.
Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
If you tell me I'm rude, but I won't stop the love. I wanna get you.
This is Georgia, Eric's mother. Stay tuned for more of Eric and his guests this week.
And every night I'm longing for your tender touch. No one ever did.
The reason that it's important to advertise on the family meeting is that we have an economical way of reaching a great audience. One could say it's not cheap, but what we like to say is that it's an effective buy for a business or an individual who wants to reach a quality audience. The reason that it's important or a good place to advertise is that our cousins love to patronize. I'm Richard Chu, also known as Bad, the Black Asian dude with the family meeting. For more information on advertising on the family meeting, you can reach us at info@tfmradioshow.com. That's info@tfmradioshow.com. You can also contact us at area code 708-794-6444, 708-794-6444.
Do you have a pain that won't cease? A health issue that's not getting better? It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
The Law Office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you. Whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
You better call Darnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
I think you better call Darnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony.
I think you better call Darnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or loved one harm.
I think you better call Darnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home.
I think you better call Darnell.
That's right, you better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Should've got me gone. Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Wendy Calvert at wcalvertlaw.com. Welcome back to the family meeting.
That's DJ Bubbles on the wheels today, baby.
Yes, he is. Do it. Do it.
Man, Lauren made that face too. That gas face, look at it. That's my jam face. She made that's my jam face.
You gotta have one. Everyone's gotta have one.
Yeah. Kind of look like he got a stomach ache or something, you know?
Love it.
My belly. So we're talking to my buddy Jeffrey Lee today. Jeffrey. Y'all know where that came from?
No, where'd it come from?
Bill Cosby did a routine. Back in the day, he talked about an airline flight.
With a little boy named Jeffrey.
And he said, we knew the little boy's name because his mother was constantly saying his name. Jeffrey, stop this. Jeffrey, stop this. Put that down, Jeffrey. Stop that, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. And one of those lonely Drew Hall nights, we were like, Jeffrey.
And it stuck.
And the rest is history.
It's been Jeffrey ever since.
Oh, my goodness. I get it.
Hey, man, listen, I recall you telling us the name of the mascot for your high school. Should I say it or should you?
That was an interesting face.
Well, it is a very interesting mascot. But go ahead, Eric. I mean,
No, it sounds better when you say it.
No,
It sounds like I'm making fun of it when I do it.
I don't recall. I don't recall the face that I make when I say
He gonna plead the fifth on the grounds that it might incriminate him.
Yeah, he know
what's the mascot?
He know what it was.
What was it?
As I recall, it was the Farmers.
The Farmers.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what it was?
Yes.
What high school was that in Jersey?
Yeah, in Jersey, Union High School.
Oh, okay. Are
The
they
Union
still
High School Farmers.
in Jersey? Oh.
She said, "Oh,
She's like in Jersey."
Yeah.
They don't grow anything in Jersey. They grow crime, and they grow crime in Jersey.
Like Jersey. Okay.
The Farmers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good football. Very good football.
A hell of a football program. Them farm boys, boy, they can play some football.
From Jersey.
Right.
Okay.
Just North Jersey, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't known another mascot named Farmers
So
since.
we're very unique. Very unique.
You clearly, yeah. Somebody was very proud of farming in
Okay, pumpkin.
New Jersey. Yeah. How would you feel, man, if your high school's mascot was the Farmers? Did you actually have a farmer in a farmer suit?
Actually, there was a guy running around.
A guy, it was like a big head farmer
Well,
suit,
you know,
just a dude in a
I never told you the history behind,
There's history?
The Revolutionary War and the farmers getting together and fighting back the British. That's where that came from.
Now he just making stuff up, see.
Oh.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
It sounds good, yeah.
That sounded
But actually-
awesome.
Yeah, but that's the story behind it.
Is that right?
Okay.
So is it like a farmer with one of those three-pointed hats? Is that what it is?
See, he just
Because since it's a patriot, it's supposed to be a
gotta
patriot,
keep
right?
going. Just gotta keep
not like
going.
that.
Farmer with a straw hat? Is that what it was?
You ever see the Nebraska?
The dude. I'm talking about the dude.
The dude. You ever see the Nebraska Cornhusker mascot?
No.
You ever see that?
Oh, he's got big giant head.
With an end, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what they go for, right?
Right.
That's
So it wasn't just a regular dude with a regular sized head. It was actually a big-headed farmer mascot dude.
you know what?
With overalls and boots. and
Yeah,
all that.
overalls.
Yeah. Did he have a tractor or something, too? Just checking, man.
Hey, how about those Cubs?
Baby bears. I just remember it being amusing. That's all. It was particularly amusing because of the beverages we had that evening, I think. And some of y'all had. It was particularly amusing. I'm just saying,
I feel like you're trying to pull this story out, and Jeff ain't going for it.
I'm not going for it, man.
Clearly he wants to move on to the next thing.
Ixnay,
which
on
is
Farmer A.
Well, I was proud of your high school. I mean, you had a kick-ass football team.
Yeah, it was pretty
named Farmers.
Wow. Not gonna
Let me tell you something.
Y'all had some hellified football players come out of there and go to the league, right?
But let me tell you something. People weren't laughing at the farmers when the farmers were on the field.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not laughing with them when they're off the field or on the field. I'm just
there you go.
Kind of making the point.
Oh my
They were
gosh.
farmers.
Hey, so what's
Did he have a pitchfork too when he walked around?
Oh my gosh.
Did he?
You just not gonna let this go, are you?
I just wanted to know.
ain't
Just
gonna
trying to
let
put
it
it
go.
together,
We're ready to
man.
move on.
Yeah, we're all waiting to move on.
Just go ahead.
Well, y'all impatient then. That's the problem. See, y'all always hurry to move on, ain't you? Sit down somewhere for a minute. Close the screen door.
You trying to resurrect the dead here. The story's gone. Let it go.
Let it die.
Just
I don't have to let it die. My high school didn't have a farmer as a mascot.
What was your mascot?
It was a giant.
Really?
It's not much better, man.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your high school mascot?
Oh, we were the Spartans.
Tweety
baby.
Birds?
The Spartans.
Spartans.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he sounds very excited about that. I'm excited about that.
Better than the
Spartans.
Giants.
Right.
What was your high school mascot?
Steelman. We're from Joliet.
Men made of steel?
Steelman.
Yeah.
For U.S. Steel that was there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Congratulations
right.
on that.
That's right.
That's quite the accomplishment.
That's significant.
Yeah, that's.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Better
say
than the
anything. I'm just sitting here
Giants.
like, I can't even.
Lauren?
Tigers.
Tigers?
Our freshman football team won all of their games.
The freshman team did.
Yeah, for my class.
That's an accomplishment. How'd they do when they became seniors?
Wasn't paying attention as much. I had other stuff going on.
That wasn't so important, was it?
Nope.
Right.
I was trying to focus on getting out of
We
there.
killed all the other freshmen, though. Hey, Mike.
He just won't quit.
High school mascot, man.
What is he, sign language in
I
it
don't know,
too?
man. I
He
can't hear
told
you,
it to
man.
in
You
your
got to speak
ear?
up, man.
He said the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles?
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Eagles, a bird. Okay. The bird. He had a bird for
You know what?
mascot. Hey, listen, man. This goes to prove, man. This is all impromptu, man. We make this up as we go. Listen,
We
I
do.
think
We
people
really do.
people think that I come in here, we come in here,
We're
and we've got
talking-
planned
what agenda? No,
conversation.
we
We script personalities too.
No.
I think you definitely script personalities.
No. No.
I saw him going over his lines before he came in. He got some wings. He got some wing sauce on his notes.
Not wing sauce. Is that where you guys went to eat at?
Yeah, you got to. You got to do.
Where'd you guys go eat at?
Wings R Us.
And you didn't bring me none?
We got some out
Some
in
in
the
the
car.
car, yeah.
Oh.
You can ready to jump on me about that now,
Oh,
wouldn't you?
yeah, because every time I bring something, I share. Do I not?
That's true.
I heard you. Did.
Listen, you got a little attitude in your voice, and I brought you something. You got a little attitude in your voice now. What's that about?
I think your hearing may be a little off.
No, because you squinted your eyes at me.
No, I did
They
not.
saw that on the. Didn't you see her squint her eyes at me?
No.
We're gonna play the tape back. We're gonna show you squint. You gave me that look like. I saw it.
Okay.
I know that look.
Okay, maybe a little.
Yeah, it wasn't a little. It was the. It was either it was or it wasn't. It was.
It was the eye.
Yeah.
It was it.
But she don't realize, man. I fight girls.
You're no shame.
No.
Oh my god.
It can be on in the parking lot.
Did he fight girls when he was in college?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
No, he tried.
Oh, so is that what
That
the
was a
fight? That's what the fight
Okay,
is about.
everything
No,
is
that-
coming
Now
together.
it's making
No, that wasn't the fight.
sense.
Nope. Wasn't the fight.
It's making sense now.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to throw us off. That was it.
No.
He lost to a girl.
That explains so much.
That didn't happen.
He lost to a girl, Lauren.
That didn't
You
happen.
can't just put that one out there like that.
No.
That's how
She got
that's how
choked
rumors
out.
get started.
That's what happened.
No, you
No,
lost.
yeah. No,
You
I didn't.
lost.
No.
Well, then tell the story. What's the story of the fight?
your
You don't want me
name.
to tell the story.
We'll
No, there's
was
a
it-
code
so was
that
it
you
you?
should know too.
So
There's a
was it-
code that what happens in Drew Hall stays in
So
Drew Hall.
was it you, Jeff, that lost to the girl?
No, Jeff didn't lose no fights to no girl.
He said, yeah, if that's what you want to call it.
Anybody in this room lost no fight to no girl. Yet.
That we know of.
Keyword yet.
It might be a minute. You get the jump on me. It might be a minute.
Ups be the winner.
You never
like
know.
I say.
You sneak up on me and get the device or whatever, and you never know. I'm just saying.
Like
I
Harlem
don't know,
Nights.
Lauren. I think this.
You remember when in the cafeteria when Miss Thang pulled the butter knife on somebody?
Somebody got a butter knife?
What happened?
Howard University was off the chain.
Now I'm going to have to cut you.
She was mad about a rumor. She came in there with a butter knife.
People don't play over there.
Cut
Seriously.
somebody, man.
Oh my goodness.
Intensity in
You
their
remember that?
eyes.
Yeah, that was a thing, man. I don't think she made it to the end either, did she? She didn't graduate. No. Yeah, we got story. But listen, here's the thing.
What is going on?
You're in the process of accumulating stories. DJ Bubbles got stories. I know you got stories.
Me?
Look at this. Okay, now she's gonna play.
Me?
They all got stories, man.
I didn't even go to college.
Now she just lying. See.
Me? Oh.
Listen, man. While you're here, maybe she'll wash your face for you.
Oh no.
She's a professional face washer. You understand?
I am.
What do you mean, like a dermatologist or something like that? You talking about a face washer?
She gets
so degrading.
This big ass brush and she can scrub your face with the machine, and then she'll shine a light in your eyes,
him.
and then she'll kind of rub you until you fall asleep.
She probably
and
paid
then
way
she'll
too
come-
much money to be a certified visual.
And then she'll come storming in the room screaming and wake you up.
Oh, sound like you
Yeah.
experienced this before.
Yeah, she'll come in there
You talking about
screaming.
the look on your
Hey,
face.
she can do like that when she come in the room.
Jeff.
How long you gonna be here, man?
4 days.
That's plenty of time to wash his face, right?
Do not believe anything that comes out of his mouth about my services, okay?
Austin, did you get your face washed?
I've been 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
He's a professional face
Was your
washer.
experience anything
Let me tell you
Like
something,
what
man.
Eric has
She
tried to
puts stuff
describe.
on your face, and know what she does? She wipes it off.
What?
It's amazing. I'm telling you.
So
Yeah.
let me. So
After the show, we'll talk about it. Yeah.
the first thing she do,
Put stuff on your face.
and then
Yeah.
so it's a 2-step process.
Wipe it off. Actually, it's 4 or 5 steps because she puts
it like-
more stuff on and wipe that off too.
So it's like
He doesn't
wax
understand the
on,
layering.
wax off.
Yeah, wax on, wax off.
I got mad
We're not
respect.
even going to do that.
Wipe it off.
Yeah, I'm not even going to
Skincare
justify
serious.
anything that they saying.
Hey, y'all, that's my boy Jeffrey Lee.
I could literally ruin faces, but hey.
Especially with the big brush.
Faces and lie.
Yeah, the big. She's got a chisel and a hammer in that joint too, in case she's got barnacles or whatever.
Electricity.
Yeah.
I got all
some
kind of
corns.
stuff.
You sound like
Listen, y'all find Jeffrey on Facebook. Say hi to him, will you? That's my man, right? My man Jeffrey Lee.
Couldn't tell by the show.
He said after this show, that's up for debate right there.
we were cool.
A little bit of silence.
Thank you. That's what I said. You couldn't tell by the show.
57 minutes could change the world.
I'm saying, man. Thank you, Tresta, for doing the news in the only way you can.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Lauren, for being the best intern in the whole wide world. Thank you, Mike, for working the cameras and everything else. And DJ Bubbles. It's that reverb, you hear that?
Yeah, we heard
like
that.
that.
Wow.
I like that.
Classic.
Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, Eric Grant. Peace.
The preceding program, The Family Meeting, is sponsored by the Polaris Insurance Agency and Eric Grant, and to the extent of its guests, the views and opinions reflected do not necessarily express the views and opinions of NewsWeb Radio Company or its management.